thank you. I didn't plan on speaking, so I don't have anything. Turned it off, sorry. I didn't plan on speaking, so I don't have anything written, but this whole situation, and Jessica was friends with my daughter for years, and she slept over my house, and she did things, and I'm a Christian, and she's been nothing but a great kid. Her family's been awesome. I have different views. I do not understand why this great country, why we can't cordially disagree. I totally disagree with you. I have no animosity towards you. I mean, she has the right to stand up when she wants to, but she has...
Mr. Maloney, yep. All of your comments have to be directed through the school committee.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, I just think that people should be cordial to one another. And as a Christian, you know, some of the things that were said to her, and I heard it secondhand, but some of the stuff is unacceptable. And likewise, some of her stuff is very condescending, because I saw that too. So it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. But I read the whole 40-page thing about the decision. And it's funny that everybody, from wanting the banner and not wanting the banner, nobody has really addressed the First Amendment in its original terms by our forefathers. They had talked about the Lemon Law, which was 1971 revision of a very controversial thing, which this case was won on. And there's 3 Chief Justices at this present time that want to overturn that. It's a very controversial case with the Lemon Law that says basically everything has to be secular, according to that. But that's not the original Constitution. The original Constitution was that you look at the context, like you would if you're doing an investigation, you look at the context of the forefathers of the brand new country. The colonies were changed from colonies to states. When they changed from colonies to states, they were afraid there were already religious prejudices in those colonies because the Dutch, Pennsylvania had the Dutch and so on, they all had different religions, might have been Catholics in Massachusetts, so on and so on. So the government didn't want to infringe on creed law in the name of God. So a separation of church and state wasn't even mentioned. It's a theory, and it was in 1971, but I just think there's a strange inconsistency in these forefathers of ours who put "In God We Trust" on the dollar bill, inalienable rights, and the Declaration of Independence, and the fingerprint of God, without forcing you or intruding you to do it, but to say that there's no fingerprint of our forefathers. If you read their quotes, if you go online, biblical quotes and everything, it's laughable to say that this is what, if I were to go back in time and grab one of the forefathers and look at the banner and say, we're fighting over this legislation was never meant for us to be having these trivial arguments. I mean, this is something that school should be legislation, lawsuits. It's ridiculous on both sides. I mean, people should vote and make chances on this. These trivial matters. Jessica did not notice it for 2 years. I think it's trivial. Thank you.